Welcome back to Kyoudai Ai, the mostly weekly podcast where two brothers geek out about everything Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. I am your host, superjollymac. With me, as always, my sixth ranger in the wing, DonTheVan. How you doing this week, Don?
I'm doing well. I've been feeling a lot better this week. Still spending most of my time at working at the gym. So, how about you?
Excuse.
How you feeling?
Not too bad. Dragging on a little bit. It's been a busy week, so just trying to get everything done this week.
Yeah.
Other than that, not too bad.
All right.
A little
That's good
sleepy,
to
but
hear.
as we always say, we may not have much time,
Yeah.
and that's literal.
Yeah. And we also don't have much sleep.
Yeah, not much sleep at all lately.
Yeah.
But can't complain other than that. Not too bad.
Yeah. You been
Uh,
uh, you been watching any new shows?
we'll get to it. Well, let me finish the whole spiel, and then we can get to it.
There's a okay. My bad. My
Yes,
bad.
I am your host, Super Jolly Mac, followed by my co-host Don the Van. Right?
But you said that already.
I did. So let's dive into all the Toku goodness and chaos that we love. So grab your driver, your changer, cue the theme song, and let's get into it.
My bad.
That is kind of Rider-esque, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Or Super Sentai, like the little flash, and then they shift to a different scene.
Yeah. we should come up with one of those. We should.
Eventually, I actually
Okay,
have a
well
couple
then.
of things in the wing for the show that I haven't been able to pull. Because there's supposed to be a little bit more, and I haven't been able to get those set up. But I think in the next month or so they should hit. I think so. Look forward.
Okay.
It'll give me a little time. It'll hit.
Okay.
So we can start with games. Haven't been
Yeah.
playing anything new. Same things. Final Fantasy, Persona. That's
Yeah.
about it. What about you?
Yeah. Um. Well, I guess I could say something different this week. I have finally
Woo!
beaten Silent Hill 2 on my channel. That was nice. I am still trying to figure it out. It was mentally just all over the place, but that's okay. I still play Rivals, and due to I guess a general consensus, people want to see me play Resident Evil, so I'm gonna play Resident Evil next. Yeah. So I was kind of debating whether I should start with 7 or the first one, like the remaster. I think I'm gonna just do the remaster and play as Chris.
Like Zero?
No, the first one, like Resident Evil remaster, HD remaster.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna play through all of the Resident Evil games until 9 comes out.
Nice.
So that should be fun because I played 5 with you and 6 with you, and I played 7, and that's about it.
Really?
Well, I played 1, yeah.
Oh, okay. You'd ever played 2 or 3?
No, never played 2 or 3. Never played 4. Not.
No Code Veronica?
Nope. Nothing. No revelations. No none of that. Yeah, I know. So it's gonna be nice. I played the HD remaster as Jill on my channel, so I'm gonna play it as Chris this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it should be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm also gonna play Silent Hill F when it comes out in September. So I'm gonna take a break from Resident Evil to play that when it comes out.
Yeah, I really once I catch up to mobile Persona, actually I don't even really have to. I just need to clear the events. Then I'm going to go
Mm,
to Persona 3, clear that, and then I need to figure out what I'm going to play. I kind of want to play a horror game,
yeah.
but I'm not sure. I also there's a couple of RPGs. I got the what is it, Claire Expedition 33?
Yeah, I heard that one's really good.
Yeah. So I also want to play that. And there's a couple other games in my backlog that I want to hit up.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Actually,
I
Silent
was
Hill 2 too. Silent Hill 2 as well.
yeah. Hey, you should play it. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I got one of the multiple endings. I'm not gonna tell you which one.
Cool. Uh, should we move over to watching? What else is there? Music? Music? I don't think I've
Yeah.
listened to anything new music wise either. We can end with watching.
Um. Yeah. Well, I can already spoil it. I have not watched anything new, um, except for what we've been watching. As far as music goes, I've listened to Giveon's new album,
Okay.
and I've been listening to 3 Days Grace, De La Ghetto, and I mean, we all know I listen to Drake, so there's that. I've been listening to that, but I had to listen to 3 Days Grace. I needed to revisit the animal I have become. That yeah.
Like the rock band, 3 Days Grace?
Yeah, the hard
Okay.
rock band 3 Days. Yeah, yeah. With like the greatest. Yeah, yeah. I'm in it. I'm in it, man. I love them. Them Breaking Benjamin. Heck yeah, man.
I can never remember if you caught on, like, because I know back in the day I listened to a lot of rock. I can't remember if I listened to it
Yeah.
around you, if you caught on to that or not. But
I think I got this from my friends in middle school because I was friends with this guy who rode my bus and he would listen to like Avenged Sevenfold wait, did I say that wrong? Avenged Sevenfold and and like Three Doors Down and all that stuff and like so like my friends from middle school would listen to the all alternative and the hard rock and I got into it with them. Yeah, yeah, Good Day, Slipknot, all of that. Yeah, yeah, it was good times. Heck yeah. But yeah, that's about it for me. Any new music for you?
for me, it's mostly like the opening endings of some shows. We'll get into it with the Dun Dun Dun, but that song's been on repeat. Like, I can't. Aina the End, good job.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
does
and
not know about me at all, but like, big fan.
yeah, yeah. Hit
I
us up.
was, yeah, I was thinking she was the one that did. There's a song with Sheena Ringo.
Mhm.
Sheena Ringo did one for another anime that was pretty good, and then there's a Hatsukeo Gachi or something like that. And I thought she was the one on that with Sheena Ringo, but it's actually
Mhm.
I forget the lady's name, but she's actually part of Perfume, like a girl group, a Japanese girl group. So it's the wrong lady, but Aina the Inn, really feeling that. I need to check out some more of her stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So
She did a great job on that one. Not
that's a
gonna lie.
good song. I need to figure out who
Yeah.
produced it because sometimes the producer, well, you know that because you do the
Yeah.
music thing, but sometimes the
Mhm.
producer makes a huge difference as well.
Yeah. 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 Producer can make or break a song for sure.
Like Vondi produced a lot of songs for other people, and like I
Yeah.
listened to him and I was like, I really like this song. This is before I knew who Vondi was, and then I went back and I was like, why is he covering the song? And then I found out, oh, he wrote it. Like
Yeah.
that's his song. The other guy, the other artist, just performed it.
Yeah. And you're like, it all makes sense as to why I like it
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Uh, so other than that, no big news here. I don't think there's any. Oh, I did finish some new recordings, so hopefully those will post. This usually comes out Monday, still premieres on Mondays.
Mhm.
So the extra video should probably post on Thursday. I'm gonna shoot for Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see, but
It's not bad. I like
yeah.
it.
And then I have a couple of a couple of other ideas in the works. I need to figure out the how technically I can perform it because I want us to check out like there's a top 100 opening and ending list from Spotify, YouTube Music,
Hmm.
and I was like, huh, it might be nice to go through that. I think it's about 20 minutes if we can
Hmm.
figure out a way to do it and kind
Oh, I know how to
of
do that.
get a reaction for that. So that might be fun. Like I think the one that's out right now is for the end of year 2024.
Hmm.
But
Oh yeah, we can definitely go over that. Me and my friends re-react to like albums. Like they wanted to do one like tonight, and actually they wanted to react to Giveon tonight. Like we do that sometimes. So when I get there, we can set that up.
Giveon, I got to remember to check out that album. Is it good? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was listening to it on the way home tonight. I was in the car like I was in the car like hand out the window, all of that.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's so good.
so
But
let's
yeah,
get
okay.
into watching. You said you hadn't watched anything new.
No, no.
So, bro, let me tell you this. I started my dress up darling.
Uh huh.
The Japanese name is I forget the Japanese name, but it's kind of complicated. So I watched it, and then I was like, I think there's some other things that released during the summer. So I
Yeah.
pulled up a list of the summer releasing anime, and there's like a dozen anime that I really have to check out releasing this
Holy
summer.
smokes.
It's bad. It's very bad. Like
I believe you.
something's gonna have to drop. Well,
Yeah.
something's already dropped because I've dropped everything except for Gachiakuta, DonTheVan, and My Dress Up Darling. But like
Yeah.
just looking at the list, oh, I also caught another episode of Ironheart. It's meh,
Yeah.
but it's not horrible.
Yeah.
So I did catch up to My Dress Up Darling season two.
Yeah.
More of My Dress Up Darling goodness. I need to do like a season one recap and then go into
We can
season
do
two.
that.
But I like it. Silent Witch. So Silent Witch is one I need to check out.
Oof.
Wataru Watari-kun no Batsu is I've heard I haven't looked too deep into it, but I think it's one that I want to check out.
Okay.
Seishun Butayaro.
Mhm.
What's the English name is Rascal something about Rascal. Seishun Butayaro.
Mm.
Rascal only dreams of Bunny Senpai or something like that.
Okay.
It's it's weird, but it's very good. Season one was really good. The movie was very good. Season two
Okay.
released, and it's Seishin Butayaro. It's like I got to look up the title, but it's season two, and they changed it to something about a Santa Claus in a skirt. I have to find the name again. It's a very good
Okay.
it's a very good series. I like season one a lot, so I'm gonna have to check out
Okay.
season two. Uh, so Silent Witch, Wataru-kun, Seishin Butayaro, Yofuku Yofukashi no Uta, Call of the Night.
Hmm.
That's pretty good. Season two just dropped. I need to check that out. Hikaru ga Shinda Natsu,
Hmm.
the summer that Hikaru died.
Okay.
That one
That's
seems
a lot.
a little bit more horror, but I need to check that one out. Sakamoto Days. I didn't finish season one, but I want to get finish season one, and then season two is dropping, so I need to check that out.
Hmm.
Kaiju no Number 8. I need to check that
Oh yeah,
out.
I heard about that one. I need to watch that one too, actually.
Season two dropped. Season one was pretty good. It's an action anime, so it's not
Yeah.
horrible, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Season two dropped. I want to check that one out. What else? Panty and Stocking.
I have never heard of
You've never
that.
heard of it?
No,
Panty
never.
and Stocking. Panty and Stocking and Garter Belt, I think is the full title.
Okay.
So check it out.
Sounds
Well, we got stuff to do, but Panty and Stocking, as ridiculous as that title sounds, yes,
yeah.
that's as ridiculous as the anime is. It's in the style of like a Powerpuff Girls, kind of like the
Huh.
animation style is kind of
Yeah.
reminiscent of that. And it's, I wouldn't say edgelord. It's like toilet humor, kind of. Not really toilet humor, but
Okay.
they make all the innuendo jokes. It's basically Penny and Stocking are two angels that got kicked out of heaven, and they are like horny and going after all of these other things, and they're basically have to fight demons in order to get these coins and get into heaven. It's a ridiculous premise. I kind
Yeah.
of don't remember what happened in season one. Season one happened like I want to say a decade ago. There was this one song that they did called D Rock. Well, the opening. The opening is just them saying the title over and over, but it's pretty good.
Nice.
But the ending is pretty good. And then
Yeah.
they had one song, I want to say D Rock City or something like that. That's
Mhm.
pretty good. I need to listen to that again. But season two dropped, so I need to check that out too. So I
Okay.
won't be able to catch all. I think that's dropping like a couple of them. There's one horror kind of cartoon, but that's like a 3 minute episode. Like I could get through a season in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but it goes over like folk tales, Japanese folk tales, and like
Yeah.
urban legends and stuff like that. It's
That's a lot.
it's not usually the best, but it's fun. It's a fun watch, and it's only like 3 minutes an episode, so you can get through a season in like half an hour or so.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot, and that's not including like the live action stuff that dropped and some other things. So I don't know what
Not
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
do. Shield
Sounds
Hero
like
dropped. I haven't watched any of that, but I kind of want to check that out. Like, there's a
heard of
bunch
that.
of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
my
not gonna lie.
my menu has been expanded vastly. I shouldn't have looked it up.
Seems like it.
I shouldn't have looked it
sounds
up.
like uh sounds like I'm gonna have to do a lot of anime watching while I'm there.
Yeah, and that's not even mentioning all of the backlog because I have backlog for previous seasons of things. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta watch Mob Psycho.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish off Mob Psycho.
I think I need to watch. I still need to finish Attack on Titan. I still need to finish. Uh, I need to watch Kaiju number 8 too. I heard about that one as well. I think what is it? Something I turned into a slime or something,
Oh yeah,
or
that's really
slime
good.
went. Yeah, like I need to watch that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but yeah, there's some Delicious Dungeon,
Well,
Dungeon of
there's a couple
Delicious.
of them. Delicious in
Yeah,
Dungeon was okay.
yeah,
That's kind of one of those relaxing. Oh, man, what's the name about the elf from last season? Why can't I remember the name? There's another one that's really, really, really good. Like I would say that's
yeah.
probably the best one from last year.
What
What was its name? I don't remember the name of it.
about an elf?
Yeah, what was it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you know,
ooh Frieden, Journey's In.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I don't remember the Japanese name, but it's Frieren. It's probably the best anime of last year. I think Solo Leveling got it in the
Yeah.
awards, but the true MVP of last year was probably this show.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out then. Because I was gonna say Solo Leveling was number one for me.
Solo Leveling was fine, but this, for me at
Yeah.
least,
Okay.
this
Okay.
was number one.
All right. This might be a hot take. I'll check
Apothecary
it out.
Diaries season two released last season, I think, or like spring. I gotta catch
Yeah.
that. I finished season one. I just need to watch season two.
So much. Holy smokes. Yeah, we're gonna
So
have to write
much.
a check. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess let's go ahead and get started with the shows that we do have on the block.
Yes. All right. So I guess we're gonna start with what anime.
Yeah, let's start with the animes.
All right. So I guess I will take over for now. We are gonna start with Gachiakuta, episode 2. So pretty much with episode 2, also spoilers. If you have not watched this stuff, you should probably end it and go watch that and come back to us. All right. With that being said, episode 2, we pick up right where we left off. I'm gonna read from my notes. And pretty much with Ruda in the trash heap, face to face with the trash monsters. I don't know their names, per usual. And Ruda pretty much gathers the resolve to not die on the ground, and he wants to go get his revenge on the sphere dwellers, the spherites also is what they're called. So pretty much he fights the trash monsters, and he realizes that he's having trouble breathing because of all the gas, and he's not really doing much damage until he gets angry, and he unlocks like a hidden power by giving life to the junk scattered around him that he like touches and picks up. So as he's fighting, he gets the attention of someone far off. Wow, what did I just say? He gets the attention of somebody far off, and this person approaches as Rudo is getting slapped around by the monsters. And this mysterious guy ends up joining the fight and pretty much takes care of all the monsters so that they can leave in peace. And he uses the same power that Rudo just discovered that he has. After the fight, Rudo passes out, and the mysterious guy ties Rudo up, introduces himself as Engine, and pretty much drags Rudo through the junkyard heap land ground. But Rudo is being annoying and loud and pretty much annoys this guy, so he drops him off in front of some junkers who plan on selling Rudo for a high price once they find out he's a Spherite, which is somebody from the Sphere, which is the floating city. Rudo gets angry again, and he uses his new power to overpower the Junkers. And before he kills one of the Junkers, Engine steps in because he's been watching this whole time, and he lets Rudo know that pretty much the power that he has makes him a giver, which means he gives like life to junk or gives energy to junk. And Engine offers to explain everything to Rudo if Rudo agrees to come work with Engine and his band of associates, and they are called the Cleaners. And that's pretty much where the episode leaves off. Honestly, I like this one. Also, in the beginning, they actually had the intro. They did not have the intro in the last episode.
See,
Yeah, yeah,
see, see,
yeah,
see,
you're,
see.
you're right. You're right. You're right. So I really, really like this one.
Let's start with the intro. Hugs by Pale Dusk. Man, yo,
It
yo,
was different, but it was a banger.
yo, 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 yo. That's an opening. I like that.
Yeah.
Not like I can't say that that's my general genre, but like
Yeah.
usually when I have an opening that's like that hard, not all the time, but usually they're like bangers. Like you really get into
Yeah.
it. Like, and that was one of them. That reminded me of like a couple of them. I think there's that one Bleach opening that kind of is it Uberworld? I forget who does it. There's like a couple of openings that have that hard rock, metal, grunge kind of vibe to them, and like I was feeling that one. That one
Yeah.
was a good one.
That's fitting because I was listening to 3 Days Grace. So I was like, yeah. I was like, yes, sir. It gave me 3 Days Grace. It
Yeah.
gave me the Breaking Benjamin, and it gave me oh my goodness, why am I blanking on their name? 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, it gave me that. I was like, yeah. But it was great. It was super high energy.
Yeah, and
Not gonna lie.
the visuals were also on point. Like I love it. Any opening that doesn't give me too much of the like the through line of the story, I'm all for. Just
Yeah.
a point of order. Like don't give me any spoilers in the opening.
Yeah.
Or if you do it in a way where I don't know I'm seeing a spoiler. Like give it to the people that have read it. Like give them the little nods, but just make sure I don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Perfect recipe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are your thoughts on this episode moving past the intro?
But I really like the intro. But
Okay,
thoughts
what's on the intro?
thoughts on the no thoughts on the episode are I really like the episode. Episode 1 was kind of really low energy for me. I was kind of like, man, maybe this was a little bit overhyped. But I like the action in episode 2. It kind of gives you a taste of what's going on. They're really like bringing on the violence a little bit. They didn't get to the killing, but like other than that, dude like chews off the guy's finger and eats it.
Yeah, I get it.
Like there's some they spitting up blood, people almost
Yeah.
dying. So I wonder how far they're gonna go. I don't really need to
Yeah.
see it like get too like too violent, but like it's nice to see.
Yeah.
Also, the character design is growing on me. I think I kind of didn't really like the design of maybe the Spherites, kind of like that baggy clothes look, just like
Yeah.
oversized everything. But
Yeah.
like Engine's design, I like, and even Rude's design is starting to grow on me, so I like it.
Nice.
I
Nice.
also like how they're doing kind of the info dumps without making them info dumps, because like as the guys are about to sell, making sure I didn't hit my mute button again, as they're about
Yeah.
to like as they're tying them up and about to sell them, they're giving kind of exposition about the world and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then even during the fight, when he grabs something else, he's like, he can do it 2 times. So you already know that normal guys can only activate like one object, and if that
One.
gets destroyed, then they're screwed.
Yeah.
Because usually that's the MO. You tell them that, hey, this is the rule, and then your main character obviously breaks that rule later on down the line, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll just get it out of the way now."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. No waiting. No waiting. He can do it.
yeah, so I like it. Pretty good.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to probably do exposition and everything like that. It's like, it's not in your face or like, hey guys, let's take a seat. This is what's happening. This is going on. You do this and you do that. Like it's kind of like showing and not telling, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
So,
one of the tenements of good story writing. So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I like the character design too. It reminds me of, in a sense, Fire Force. Have you seen Fire Force?
I have not seen Fire Force. Add that to the
Okay.
backlog.
Yeah. I need to actually watch it again. I forget the name of like the antagonistic, like the villains or like the antagonistic force, but like they have like kind of church or like it's like robes, like, but they're oversized clothes and everything like that also. And then also the fire uniform, the firefighting uniforms are kind of oversized. It kind of gives me like those type of feels, and it also gives me Kingdom Hearts feels a little bit. So
Yeah, Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts with the robes. I mean, the robes are a little bit different. These are kind of, and I think I've seen this style of drawing kind of in a couple of shows this season.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like it's kind of like a fashion thing.
Like a fad type thing.
Yeah, it's just like a style of fashion, which,
Okay.
if you're into it, I get it. But
Yeah. Okay. But I'd say yeah, this episode was pretty solid. I like the fact that they actually gave like just kind of jumped straight into the action. I was going to say it's kind of like strange how he's just like able to take on the trash monsters just like immediately, and he's just like super OP, but I was like, "Eh." Well, not OP, but like holding his own like fairly well. But I was like, whatever. It fits. It makes sense. Not
yeah,
really, but it does. It makes sense when you don't think about it. So,
yeah.
yeah.
And thinking about it, I think they left it's some little like mind worms. Like, okay, is
Mhm.
this going to be a big thing later on? Is there like a conspiracy going on, and that's why they got rid of what's his dad's name? So
Yeah.
they leave a little bit of that stuff that I'm sure they're going to come back to. I
Yeah.
think it's good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Well, I to add on, like when Engine was like, "Oh yeah, there's no way to get up to the sphere." I'm like, "Ah, I don't know about that. I feel like there is a way because who's that dude that took out oh shoot, what's his name? The other guy. The Recto. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems like he's from the ground. So then there has to be a way. There has to be a way to get back. So,
Well, as
yeah.
soon as they said that, he was like, "Yeah, you said like yet." Like there was some qualifier on when he said that there's no way back up there.
Mhm.
So he's like, so there's obviously a way, and I'm going to make
Yeah.
you tell me.
Yeah. Exactly. So, solid second episode. They did really well. Also, I'm glad Chiwa wasn't in this one because I'm not ready to see her yet. I'm not ready. I need some time off of her cuz she upset me. So, maybe she'll get redeemed, maybe not, but not yet. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But we are going to move
Before we
on
leave,
and
though, we're going to talk
Oh,
about
okay.
the ending, Tomoe Shibi,
Oh, true.
by Dust Cell, which was also pretty good. I liked the ending as well. Also,
Yeah,
the ending sequence was pretty nice. Just
yeah.
wanted to make
I'm
sure that got that love.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. It didn't really stick out too much in my head, but also I think I watched this like a couple days ago, so I have to like see stuff over and over again for it to like really stick in my mind and everything. Except for Don the Don. Don the Don season one opening was great.
Yeah,
Iconic, in my opinion.
yeah.
For me. Yeah. They had Momo hitting the dances and everything like that. And I was like, yes, sir. I was like, that's it. I was
It
like,
wasn't just
this
Momo; it was all of them. All of them were
yeah.
hit. All of them were getting
Nah,
it.
they were going crazy. They
Yeah,
were going crazy. So yeah. But speaking of Don the Don, we're gonna go into Don season two, episode two. So pretty much this one also picks up right where the first episode leaves off, which I love this type of like episodic continuation. I feel like we touched on this in Kuuga and whatnot. Like I love it when like shows do that. Like they just pick right up where the last one left off. But in this one we pick up with Gigi pretty much fighting off Octoroon in his, I don't know what the form is called. Turbo form.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's fighting him off in his turbo form. Well, him and Momo, because they are being influenced by the Death Worm's signals or rays or whatever, and it's kind of causing them to want to like off themselves. And so he's like fighting them, trying to keep them from hurting themselves. And he realizes that the death worm is like attracted to vibrations in the house. So, but like not voices or anything like that, but just like if something like bumps a wall or falls on the ground, it's attracted to that, or like footsteps and whatnot. So with all of that going on, he like grabs Momo, he grabs Octoroon in turbo form, and he grabs Turbo Granny in his teeth, and he starts to run through the house and tries to escape from the death worm, and the death worm's just tearing up the house behind him and everything like that. And they make it outside of the house. They're still underground, but they make it outside of that house that they're specifically in. And I think that Gigi kind of gets hit or something like that, and he like falls down the steps, and he leaves like Momo and Octoroon at the top, and they're like mesmerized by the death worm. And Gigi is like, "Yo, I can't let this happen." But like the crazy part is, Gigi isn't being affected by the death worm's rays, which we will get to later. And and for whatever reason, there is another entity that's there kind of canceling out the death worm's rays, which allows Momo and Octoroon to kind of come to and like assess the situation with Gigi. And I think we find out uh that this entity, I gotta scroll, is a yokai. No, oh, that's what it's called, a yokai form. It's Octoroon's yokai form.
Is
So
that what it's called?
yeah, that's what it's called. It's
Okay.
yokai. Yeah,
Well,
I
yokai
like
is
that.
like a demon, so yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like turbo form better. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, it's more descriptive,
Whatever.
but
Yeah. What turbo form?
yeah, for him specifically. So they would all have yokai. Well, not all of them, because Momo just has powers, but Okarun
That's
and
true.
other girl with
That's
the
true.
dancing lady. I forgot her name.
That's true. I forgot her name too. But the other entity
Aya.
is called the Evil Eye, which is like an evil spirit, and it turns out that it came from a child that was in prison and isolated and who had like a rough life, and pretty much I think it's like a like think the grudge, like when a spirit like attaches to a house and just stays and it just haunts the house and everything and surrounding area like that. But this one's an evil eye and it haunts the entire thing. And there's an entire backstory to the evil eye about wanting to play with the children outside back in his time and whatnot, and being used as like the sacrifice by the same family, Keto family, if I'm not mistaken, is what their name is. And for the worm, and like he was burnt up in the volcano, and like he pretty much stayed and haunted and like kind of melded with the spirits of other people who were sacrificed, and like in a sense he kind of, I think he just wanted to play or something, but because of his like energy, he would make like the parents of like the kids he wanted to like uh play with and everything like that off themselves. And so it's like it's a really weird cycle of events. But all of that happened. The moral of the story is he meshes with like a bunch of different energies and he becomes an evil spirit, an evil eye, more specifically. So I think a good amount of the episode is like following, like they talk about his backstory and everything like that. And when we come back into the time with Momo, Octoroon, and everything like that, Octoroon in his turbo form is fighting the Death Worm and fighting the Death Worm, and he gets knocked out. And with that, the evil eye tries to take control of Gigi, and Gigi like sees his backstory, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna find you and release you and whatever." And Momo's like, "Don't do that, bro." And so is Turbo Granny. Turbo Granny's like, "Bro, don't do that." And they pretty much follow him all the way down to the bottom of the giant cavernous pit. And they find the evil eye's body, and pretty much the evil eye seems friendly at first, but then ends up taking over Gigi's body, which we could see that coming. And now Gigi is he has a yokai form also. I don't know if he's gonna come out of it. We don't know, but he goes into a yokai form. We'll call this the evil eye form. His evil eye form, and he is whooping Momo's tail. Like he is going to town. Like, yo, this dude is like overpowered. I don't know how it's gonna end because the episode actually ends with Octoroon kind of showing up in turbo form and them about to go head to head. So we're gonna see how that turns out. But yeah, that's episode 2 in a nutshell. That one was a little all over the place, but yeah. What are your thoughts on episode 2?
I liked it. More DonTheVan doing what they do best, I think. They're introducing, like, I really do like the Japanese yokai tales. I think DonTheVan does a good job of using, like, some old folklore yokai or, like, the old classic yokai, and also
Yeah.
giving a little bit of the new, like, creepy pastas or the, kind of the, what are they called? The stories that you tell about like your school and things like that, just weird things happening.
Uh, Tall tales, folklore,
No, it was a
urban
movie.
legends.
Urban legends, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they do a good job of melding kind of all of that together,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things I like about DonTheVan. I'm probably like Okarun, where like that occult stuff.
Yeah.
Although I'm like, yo, I like if I see any of that stuff happening, I'm gone. Like, trust me, I am going to be the first. I'm not testing any of this stuff out. I don't need to see the spirit. I'm like, yo, you telling me there's one there? I don't believe in it, but I'm not playing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I'm
I know
gone.
what
I'm
you're
not.
saying.
I'm gone. But like, I like that they're going through all of these stories, and the backstory of the evil eye was pretty good. Like, I like learning more about that. I'm sure we'll get more about the death worm and everything. I also like how they kind of went back. I do like it when shows do this. They take something that they showed us before. They haven't given us enough details, but in the end, they show us, oh, these little nuggets that we put in. This is the payoff for it, and it was like Momo's grandmother talking about Jin, like he's a tensai or he's a
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah.
And the whole time you're like, what is she talking about? This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
doing the stupidest stuff. And then she's like, no, he's
Yeah.
actually like a master of like,
Spiritual energy or
yeah,
something.
spiritual energy. And that's why he hasn't been taken over by the evil eye so far. And you're like,
Yeah.
good Lord. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in. Let's go.
That's a blink and you'll miss.
Yeah. But more of the action I love, more of the backstories I love. So I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
And of course, Gigi's down to his boxers or knickers or whatever they call him. But
The whole time.
that's DonTheVan. You take the good with the weird, I guess. So
Yeah.
if they're gonna do it
Which,
for everybody else, they might as well do it for him.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
know what
know.
it is with this show and like stripping everybody down. Well, I get what they're going for, I guess. But it is what it is.
Yeah. It means you can see the true essence of their soul. You get you see them at a deeper level, you know? That's all that is.
Sure, that's exactly what that is.
I showed Ben season 1, episode 1, and he was like, what the heck is going on here, bro? He was like, nah, I can't watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he kept going. He was like, all right, just got tight because it's fire.
I've met a few people and they're like, dun dun dun. Yeah, I can't. No. And I'm like, I understand. Like, it's a very good show, but I understand if
Yeah.
certain parts of it put you off, like, totally
Yeah.
understandable, but like, it's a very
Mhm.
good show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Keep watching.
yeah.
I promise. Yep. So
I also
he's into
did.
it now.
I also did notice that this is episode 14, I think.
Yes.
So they're doing the number. That's probably why they just cut off at the end of season 1. I'm surprised they
Hmm.
call this season 2, and it's not like season 1 part B or something like that. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess it makes more
some
sense why they didn't have like a finishing end to it.
I was about to say some shows do that. Like the Shonen Jump stuff, they just keep the numbers going, but it's different like seasons or arcs and whatnot.
Yeah, but I think they also end because yeah, they all have an arc, and that arc ends, so you have like a finishing point. But the seasons themselves, you kind of keep going through. I guess yeah, that's one way
Yeah.
to look at it. Yeah, shonen anime doing shonen stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So going back,
I yeah.
opening banger grew on me
Absolutely.
even more. Like I don't know, it's getting close to that season 1. I think I would still put season 1 above it, but like I love
Yeah.
it. I know
Yeah.
the
I
end.
found myself dancing to this one.
You did what?
I found myself dancing to it.
Oh yeah, it's a good song. I
Yeah.
listened to the full version of it. I don't know if you've heard the
Yeah.
full version of it, and I
Oh yeah.
watched the music video. Both
Mhm.
good.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about the ending though. I don't know about how I feel about the ending song.
ending's like not bad.
Yeah. I still prefer season 1 ending.
Yeah, I think I prefer the season 1 ending over this one. Um, it's just got a kind of like vibe to it that I'm feeling.
Yeah. It's like whimsical if you like in a
Yeah,
way. Yeah, I like it. Perfect. It's perfect. Perfect game.
but it's not bad. It's just I think the season 1 ending is a little bit better.
Yeah. So, I guess should we like add like speculations as to like what will happen in the next coming episodes? Because I don't watch the like in the next episode
Oh,
portion
you
of
don't?
like the ending. No. Yeah.
I don't.
I think of them like trailers, so I don't like to watch it.
I don't remember if I watched it or not. I'm up for either way. I guess neither of us have read it, so
Yeah, I haven't read it.
sure. If you want to do that, we can. But
Yeah. Um, we could probably add that in next week because I didn't think that far into, into speculating. I just thought about the idea now.
well, I think
So
obviously
yeah,
Gigi's gonna gain control again, and they're gonna. I think probably
yeah,
in the next episode we're gonna focus on the death worm, maybe.
yeah. I-
I was honestly surprised that the death worm wasn't the thing that was going to take him over because that's kind of been the MO so far. Whatever they're fighting ends up being
yeah,
what the new power is of the new character. Um,
yeah.
so I'm glad I'm with it. Change it up a little bit. So interested in seeing how the rest of this is going to go. I think they got another what 2 episodes to this probably at least
Mm,
1 or 2.
yeah, I think they did the same thing with the girl whose name we forgot and the dancer, Yokai. So I think that one was about 3 episodes once it like got started.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't know if the Deathworm's gonna play that much of a role because Gigi's character kind of like put a whooping on the Deathworm. So the Deathworm might be out of here. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh, I think they're
Like,
probably gonna have to team up to take it out somehow.
you think so?
Yeah.
Well, it ran away. No,
Yeah,
that's what he said, right? He was like, "Oh, there you go again, running away" or something like that.
yeah, but I feel like it's gonna come. Something's gonna
Come
happen.
back.
Either it's gonna eat eat the Kino family or something like that and power up. I don't
Mm,
know. Something's gonna happen where they have to team up. I think.
okay. All right. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But I
All right.
mean, in the meantime, Okarun and Jin fighting. That's probably gonna be a yeah.
That's
We'll see
great.
how that goes.
Yeah. 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 My I don't know. So I feel like Gene's gonna go crazy. I don't think Octoroon's ready for this one.
He'll do it. He's got it in him.
Well, he has to.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a choice. All right, but that's anime. That is the ending of the anime section. We have gone through the episodes, so we're gonna check out episodes 3 for both of them next week.
Yep. And with
Yeah.
that, it sounds like I am tagged in for the Toku section of the evening.
Mhm. 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 Let's
Oh,
get it.
other side. Tap, 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 tag, 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 tag
I don't know if my hand's there.
in. No, other side. Yeah, tag. Okay.
Yeah, tap.
Let's start with Time Ranger Mirai Sentai Time Ranger. So we're going to start
Yes.
with case file 33. I think this week we talked it over, and I'm going to ignore his suggestion and do Time Ranger episode by episode, kind of like the anime. But Kuuga, I think we're going to do all 4 episodes summary, and then we'll talk about the whole thing. I think we'll
Okay.
have to take it case by case. I think these episodes kind of have a. I kind of want to talk about each of these episodes individually. It was a good week for Time Ranger, in my opinion.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So we'll start with case file number 33. Little Lady. Japanese Ritoru Lady. I
It's
tried.
tough.
No, that's for real.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
So we start out the episode with this little kid running away from 2 guys in their shades. 2 shady guys. She escapes and sees Ayase running around and hires him as a bodyguard or a driver slash bodyguard. Then we cut back and we find out that Loan Shark Dogal is apparently behind the kidnapping of the girl. Later on, we find out that he's taking her father captive, and then he was trying to take her in order to get leverage on the father to get him to give him even more money, I guess, quicker.
Mm.
But anyway, Ayase finds it weird that the little girl is trying to go to the mountain, so he gets the Rangers to investigate, and then they find a connection between the loan office and the Loanders family. De Gaulle ends up finding Ayase and Emily and attacks them once they reach the mountains. Apparently, Emily wanted to go to the mountain because she buried a treasure there. So the reason the father is so into debt is because the mother of the family got sick and he needed money to take care of her medical bills. So one vacation while they were in the mountain, they found these little stones and they were kind of like shiny. And Emily, which is the little girl, the mother tells Emily that these are jewels. So she wants to get up to the mountain to dig out the jewels that they had buried together as a family in order to pay off the loan shark and kind of free her father, which was touching. So after all of this, Ayase sees it because he gets beat down by the loan shark, but then he powers up hard and then just starts beating back Dogal. Later on, he beats him down, then he goes big, and then V-Rex shows up in the end and helps them out in the giant fight. All in the name all for the love of the data, I think is how he put it. He wants the combat data for V-Rex. At the end, Ayase drops off the girl, and then she says she'll marry him when they grow up, which touches him, I guess. It's one of those Japanese things that's just like, okay. And then that's kind of the closing in of the episode. So all in all, a pretty good blue-centric episode, I think. You want to give any thoughts before I go ahead in on my side?
Um, I say I like seeing Ayase like in the beginning when he was like in the road. I think he was like driving or something like that, and like there was like a fender bender and like there were people fighting outside. I don't know. I just like to see the fights. I like seeing Ayase like fight the dude on the truck. I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah. I was like, you show him Ayase.
Yeah, he kind of does it kind of nonchalantly. He's just like,
Yeah.
he's not like he's doing the fighting where he's not fighting. He's just doing everything to show you that you might not want to fight this dude. Like
Yeah.
he's catching the punches and just twirling him around. He's like, yeah, you might want to just go on, buddy.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's my type of thing. He's kind of low-key aura farming, if you will. Low-key. But it's okay. We're here for it. We're here for it. But yeah, I thought that was cool. And when the girl brought the gems or like the stone, that was very heartwarming. I said, "Aww."
Yeah.
For a second, she almost had me for a second. I was like, "Where'd she get them jewels from?" But then I was like, "Oh, those are just rocks." They had me in the first half. I'll say that.
Never had me. But I did like the turn on the girl. She starts out being a jerk.
Yeah.
Like she treats Ayase pretty badly.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I guess is a kid thing to do. But and Ayase is just like, yo, I'm about to kick this girl out the car.
Yeah, she's very bossy.
Yeah. But he starts warming up, and around the same time, I think I follow the same path as Ayase for this one. Like she starts out being very annoying, and then little by little she starts being a little bit more endearing.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end, you're like, yeah, like back off the girl.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's the stones, man. I'm telling you, the stones was the icing on the cake.
the story was really touching. Like they do a lot with a the little bit of time they have. Like they go through a full
Mm-hmm.
arc. That's one of the good things I think about the Sentai shows. They fit a lot into this episode. Like 20
Yeah,
minutes episode. Like they fit a lot in there. These
that's
all
pretty hard to
four
do.
episodes this week, like they crammed a lot in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's really hard to do. I'll say the last thing for this episode. Yeah, the girl almost lost me though. You know, as much as we're on her side, she almost lost me because she started like the little road rage fight thing between Ayase and the other dude. And I was like, "Hey, yo, you got to go." But yeah, that's it. That's it. She almost lost me.
But yeah, that was kind of smart as well because she was like, "Oh, you won't go fast? I'm gonna make you go fast." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, girl." Like,
Got her
uh,
to the team.
yeah, yeah. You're about to get on that list with Doman.
Hey, why this with Doman? What's up with you? I thought we talked about this already. Doman is not number one on the list. He's not. He shouldn't even be on the list at this point. At this point, he should not be on the list.
We'll get to it, but I will actually give the last thing for this episode where I think they upgraded a lot of the fighting. Looks like it was upgraded in this episode. Like they look like they keep improving on the fighting, and that's one thing I did like.
Nice.
So let's go ahead to case file number 34, Assassin and Satsusha. This one's not just saying it in a Japanese accent. So an assassination attempt takes place, and the Rangers end up learning about it and suspecting a prisoner, Abel, who they know used to work with Yuri. So they think he is to blame. So they set up Yuri to look like an assassin. So she goes out, she snipes Tatsuya, like a pretty good shot, and then she goes kind of to talk to the boss to try to get an in. Meanwhile, the CGC is hired to protect the target of the assassination attempt that happened earlier. Launder shows their spreadsheet and they are raking in the money. But Jian is going a little bit stir crazy and he's like, I gotta destroy something, man. I gotta blow something up. So we know that's probably not gonna end well.
Mhm.
So in the meantime, Yuri meets the boss. She gets it in. She ends up meeting Abel, who was apparently stalking Yuri in the future. But when Yuri kind of reports him for doing that to try to get him to stop, he switches to become a criminal because his thought process was, well, if I can't chase you, I'm going to have you chase me. So I'll become a criminal and then you'll have to chase me. But then Yuri isn't the one that gets his case. So he fails in that, which was pretty funny. But anyway, once they meet, he ends up giving Yuri gas to knock her out and then try to control her mind and get her to snipe the target. The CGC orders the movement of that target to a more secure hospital as a ploy to get the Londer's family kind of to come out of hiding so they don't have to kind of play the waiting game, which you could kind of see coming a mile away, but whatever. Yuri ends up kind of fighting the mind control in an effort to send the Rangers one last message. And then they kind of target where she is. They come out, rescue her. They start fighting, what's his name? Abel. They end up freezing him with the help of Time Fire and V-Rex. And then we end up with a little bit more development with the Tatsuya Yuri crossover. And I think that's the end of the episode. Pretty good.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, so this is really peak centric. You have any thoughts before I go in?
I would say, yeah, Yuri's pretty nice with the shot. To be
Oh,
honest, like
yeah.
her aim was crazy.
Yeah.
I was, at first, I was like, wait, is that? I was like, that's not Yuri. I was like, that is Yuri. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, and the getup
What
was nice too.
happened?
Like she was like all decked out in the black, like just like
Yeah,
pro shot in it.
yeah,
Like,
she went crazy. That was good. Um, um, I think that it was. I think most of what I'm gonna say has to. Well, one before I get ahead of myself. Yeah, the whole ploy by the CDC.
yeah,
What's it called?
CDC. Oh,
CGC. My
CGC.
bad.
CGC,
Yeah,
not CDC.
CGC. Yeah, my bad. But by the CGC, that was pretty see through. I was like, this seems pretty like sudden for them to do this after like they
Yeah,
all tried to like get him. But whatever, we'll let that slide. Whatever. But I think it's pretty cool to see the development between Yuri and Tatsuya. As far as like her like actually asking for help, or I mean, did
yeah,
she really ask for help since they didn't hear her? But whatever. Like, but her like actually admitting that she wanted help. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's them hearing her. It's her like getting to the point where she's like, she wants Tatsuya to help her, which
Yeah.
is like, oh,
Yeah.
but still, like the rest of this episode is kind of like creepy AF. Like this is supposed to be a kids show, and they have like a stalker coming, and like she gets drugged and like mind controlled. I'm like, what happened to the heartedness? Like, okay, guys.
Yeah. That's out of here. That was out of here when dude was trying to bomb the city. That's gone. That's out of here.
Yeah, but all in all, action, like I'm surprised they fit so much story, and I think the fighting kind of took a hit this episode, but like they
Yeah.
put so much story into this thing. I'm like I don't even know how they fit. This should have been a two-parter or something like that. Like they fit a lot in there.
Yeah. They're honestly almost just as dense as Kuga.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, Kuga spreads it out a little bit more. I think Sentai kind of like crams it all in an episode.
Yeah.
But also, it was nice seeing Tatsuya's little rage at the dude once. He's like, "What are you doing to Yuri?" And he just takes off.
He said, oh, ping, ping, ping.
Yeah.
Fight back. Yeah.
Yeah, but Naoto's definitely bumped himself further up the list because of this little ploy. Well, I guess he didn't really put the guy into danger, so that's fine.
He's still up there.
Net zero. Zero gain.
Yeah.
He's still high on the list, but like I won't put him higher on the list because of this one.
He can't go higher. He's number one. How much higher can you go? He was number one. He's up there.
But I do think Gian is going to be the first to kick it. Like the Don is just going to get sick of his antics and kill him. I think.
Yeah.
I either that or set him up so the Rangers like off. I don't even know if he would let the Rangers freeze him. He's just probably going to off him.
I'd like to see that.
That's my little
Yeah.
that's my thought for the future. Like Gian
Yeah.
is just not gonna. I don't.
It's either that or Gian's gonna have some master plan where he escapes.
I don't know. I don't see it. Either he takes out the Don first, but I doubt it because the Don, it's like he's little by little. I'm starting to see like he's got. There's a reason he's the Don.
Yeah.
And then the Loners is raking in that money, so I don't know what they're
that's
worried
the thing,
about.
Like their ploys are like working perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
And then all you see is just Gion like, yeah, that's cool. I want to like destroy stuff. I'm just like, bro, you're playing. It's like, why are you here? Why are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like honestly, if it wasn't for Gion, I feel like the Launders family would be chilling. I'm not gonna hold you. They'd be chilling, making money, and just be cool.
Yeah.
Like minus all the destruction.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So we can go ahead to case file number 35. Tomorrow isn't coming. Ashita ga konai. Naoto is undergoing some tests and getting a sensor installed when Tatsuya tries to get him to see a kid to help him get encouraged to take a surgery. So it's a kid that Tatsuya meets all of a sudden, and he tries to get Naoto to come. It's a pretty cute scene. Londers, oh, no, we'll come back to the cute scene. Londers has hacked all the computers in all of the hospitals in the city, and all of the patients are in danger because they're holding them ransom. So they won't let the hospital staff kind of into their rooms and help them with their surgeries unless they pay the money. The Rangers track down Jugend is the name of the hacker, and during the fight he takes them all on, ends up like KOing all of them, and then he ends up with this attack to Naoto which shorts his bracer, and then the day starts over from the beginning. So this is where we get into the meat of the episode. Naoto ends up repeating the day over and over, and it ends up with him slowly losing his mind. Yeah, he loses his mind pretty quickly. But during the final iteration through, Tatsuya jumps in front of the final attack that usually resets Naoto to start the day over. So he shields Naoto from the attack, and then he gives him a motivational speech, which breaks him out of his funk. And then they ended up defeating Jugend in small form. But then when they go big, he ends up hacking Time Shadow. Once that's done, Naoto kind of uses V-Rex to shoot Time Shadow, knock him out of the control. And then with V-Rex's help, they kind of freeze him. And then they end with Time Fire showing up to the hospital to encourage the kid to take his surgery. Which was a nice ending.
Yeah. He's trying.
Yeah. So,
I guess.
thoughts? a lot of shade, which I have to say I'm all for, because Naoto sucks. At this point, Naoto is just the worst. Like, way worse than Doman ever was.
Dude.
Hey, I said ever was.
Alright. I guess I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not okay with it, but we'll move past it. Fine. Yeah, as much as I like having the sixth ranger around, yeah, it could have been somebody else.
Yeah.
It could have been somebody, anybody. And you could have got the little robot. The little annoying robot to do it. But whatever. We're here now. My thoughts on this episode. I think that um I mean, I guess this is a Naruto centric, a Time Fire
Yeah.
centric
Time
episode.
Fire centric.
Like,
Yeah.
eh. Maybe this is because I don't like Naruto too much. I don't
Could
really
be.
have much to say. I was gonna
So,
say it was nice to see him like get sworn by the kids and like kind of like a mirror when all the Rangers came in to try to cheer the kid up
yeah, that was
and
the
everything
cute
like that.
scene I was talking about before. Like when they come in to try to motivate the guy, he's like, "Well, I want Time Fire. You guys don't like. You're nice and all, but I want Time Fire. Get me Time
Yeah.
Fire, and I'll be good." But then all the other kids swarm in and just kind of like get all over him. It's very cute.
Yeah, like little gremlins.
Yeah. So all in all, if you don't have much for this one, I did like
Yeah.
seeing their take on the little time loop. That's a pretty. They try to pack a lot into like this 20 minutes. Like once again,
Yeah.
this is a lot in like a 20-minute episode, and they get. I
Mm.
think we see 3 loops. The Naoto losing his mind slowly was like I could have done without, but other than that, like it was nice seeing them trying something new. Like they try something new pretty much every episode, so it was a nice little
Mhm.
take on it. Don't like Naoto, but other than that,
Yeah.
pretty good episode.
Well, I guess it was nice to see, a crack in his armor. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm reaching.
Yeah.
I'm like overstretched, kind of almost getting a cramp from it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm reaching.
All right, we can go ahead with the final case file for this week. Case file 36. Honest as it is, I'm sure you'll have a lot about this one. I have a lot
Yeah.
to say about this one. Sigao no Mamede. Honami is trying to find her next lead. Oop. Honami is trying to find her next lead, and the Rangers are working on a job. While they're working on the job, Doman starts reminiscing about Hanami and how he needs to return her wallet pass. While that happens, arms dealer Banjan is doing a trade when the money and the guns are stolen by a kid who takes it to Tomorrow Research. So he escapes from the Loander's family and their trade partners and takes it to Tomorrow Research so they can have it delivered or they can carry it to the meeting point. So on the way to delivering the package, Doman tries to get Ayase to agree to meet Hanami, but Ayase refuses. But they're attacked by bad guys. The bad guys trying to get to the briefcases. While they're escaping, the customer calls them and tells them that they actually have a bomb, and if they don't deliver all of those packages, he's gonna blow them up. This was the weirdest part of this episode.
This dude was out of there.
This dude was
Unhinged.
weird. But anyway,
Unhinged.
the bad guys end up getting the case from the Rangers. So it turns out that the 2 dudes that were in the trade with the Loander's family were actually undercover CGC. So Naoto and another dude. So once they take out the little, what are they called? The little henchmen? Was in it?
Zenitz.
Yeah. Once they take them out, they end up finding the base of the Banjan, and then all of the other weapons. So Banjan gets cornered by the Rangers after that, and then he threatens to blow up the whole hideout. And then everybody kind of ducks because he says he's going to blow it up, and then Doman covers Hanami while Ayase goes back, tells all the CGC guys to get down. and then Shion shows up at the last second with kind of a jammer, so the signal doesn't get through. So they end up defeating Banjan, and then Hanami realizes that it's actually Doman that is Time Yellow. And then they kind of have a heartwarming moment, and then we end out with them walking home together. And that's how we end the episode.
Yay! I love this one. This one's so good.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I really like this one. I was engaged from beginning to end. I saw Hanami and I was like, "Ooh, let's go."
This was a weird one because, yeah, I saw Hanami. I was like, okay, they're about to close out this arc, I think, this storyline. And then, like, you never see her again until, like, close to the end. And I'm like, well, I guess they're not gonna, like, they're just gonna introduce it. And then she pops in, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess they are gonna, they are gonna do this.
Yeah. They crammed a lot, like you've been saying. They definitely crammed a lot into
Yeah.
it because there was a lot of talks between Doman and Ayase about like what to do moving forward. And like, yeah, Ayase at first he was like, no, I'm not gonna like do that. Like, just go talk to her. And then I think at some point Doman like convinces him. He's like, fine, since you won't drop it, I'll just go ahead. And like that's where he was coming down the steps to like I guess give her a hug or something. And then they were like, oh no, duck. And then I thought that part was weird since he was literally like one step in front of her. Why he just decided to turn around and run the other way instead of grabbing her and ducking. I mean, it worked out, but I thought that was weird because it's like,
That was kind of weird. It felt like Ayase was doing a ploy too. Like he was just trying to get Doman to like do something. Like he was trying to
yeah,
get under Doma's skin and get him to be like, no, don't do it at the end.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if he really thought she was in danger, you would think Ayase would like, since he was closer, just cover her. But
yeah. Eh.
or
I
maybe he
guess,
thought she was far enough away, and it was actually like the people in the room who didn't know that the bombs were about to go off that needed to be warned.
yeah, maybe, yeah. I try not to think about it too hard.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's Ayase. He's nonchalant. He's chill. Come on.
I meant
I
it's a
like him too.
Sentai show, so don't get too deep. But
I guess
yeah,
that too. Sure. That too. But at first, I did think that he was just gonna walk past her and not like actually do anything until like cut to him like opening his arms. But yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought the CGC being undercover was a bit strange, but whatever. I was like, well, I guess that's not strange. I guess that's fitting. That makes sense.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. Um, but okay,
But it makes sense.
it does kind of make sense. So I'll give him that one.
Yeah,
Um,
it's one brand. I thought that I thought that that kid was weird. I don't know what his deal was.
that kid was weird. The kid we're talking about is the customer that kind of gets
Yeah,
Tamara Research involved, and that was I don't know. That was a weird insert into the episode. That was weird.
yeah, yeah. Like it's like I want to say they could have did without him being there, but then I'm like, no, he's the reason this happens. So I guess he got to be there.
Yeah.
Um, but one thing I will say, which I kind of noticed, and now it has me thinking of like the Rangers' identities and everything like that. When customers walk into what is it? Tomorrow After Land?
Tamara
What
Research.
Tomorrow Research? You know how they have their lockers
Yeah.
inside of the same room, and they literally have the Power Ranger or the Sentai Ranger like stickers on it with their names above it. I'm like, how does nobody put 2 and 5 together and get 10? Like, it's just
Maybe they're just fans.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but I just saw it in the background. Dude just kind of like burst in as they were eating the pancakes or whatever, and like I just noticed the lockers in the back. I was like, hey, that's like pretty out in the open. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, I mean, hey, maybe it's
Well,
like Superman's glasses, you know?
well, I think this one was like they also show up not transformed with the CGC at the office. The
Mm-hmm.
Banjan, is it Banjan? The yeah, Banjan's office with all of his weapons and stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, they all will figure out their identities, but I guess CGC should already know who they are because Tatsuya's dad and now Naoto
Oh,
knows,
yeah,
so
yeah,
maybe that's they're like, yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
yeah. That's true. But I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I
Yeah,
was like, all right, guys. I don't know who y'all think y'all fooling, but okay. But yeah, no, this episode was good. My man Doman, he came through. He came through protecting his girl, his lady, um, Hanami, and I thought it was cute. She was like, it don't even matter, you know what I'm saying, that you're not Ayase. The fact is, I'm in love with the character, not the looks. And I said, that's right, Hanami. You better stand on business. Stand on all 10. That's it.
but giving
Mm-hmm.
her due, she did say that from the beginning. Like, Time Yellow was
Mm-hmm.
who she was into, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily Ayase.
And yeah, exactly. So
And in fact, I
I'm
think she pegged like something was wrong because she was like, doesn't seem like the same dude.
yeah. The character is different.
Hmm.
Like the demeanor is different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's it, Hanami. You better stand on business. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. But at the end, I thought it was cute because they were like really awkward. And he was like, "Oh no, I'll take the bike." And I was like, "Ah, this is so honeymoon stages." So yeah, I really like this episode. My man Doman came through. He got a win in the end. Yes sir. Yes sir. But that's it.
yeah. So all in all, this week, four pretty good episodes, all very different, all jam packed, full of like they fit a lot into all four of these episodes. So pretty good run.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it.
All right, we can go ahead and get to Kuga. Oh,
Wait. One fun fact: I fell asleep in like one of the episodes. I know what you're gonna say, but I actually went back and I watched it. But I did fall asleep at one point, and I was getting confused as to what episodes we were supposed to watch this week. And for whatever reason, I jumped like 2 episodes after the last one, and I think I watched like 36 or 38 or something like that. And I was like, this doesn't. I was like, I feel like I missed something. I was like, this doesn't make sense. And like, I went back to like one of the previous, like to the last podcast episode, and I was like, huh, we went to 33 or 32. I mean, I was like 33, 34, 35. I was like, oh, I'm way too far ahead. So yeah, I just thought that was
yeah.
funny. Yeah, but okay,
Uh,
good.
all
We
right,
can
so
move
now
on.
we'll go ahead and get to Kuga. This week we're gonna try doing all four episodes at once because Kuga really kind of goes from back to back to back to back. Like each episode kind of feeds into the next one. There's not really too many breaks in Kuga. But as always, we're going to talk about episodes 33, 34, 35, and 36. So
Yes,
if you have not
my
seen those
favorite.
episodes, cut us off. Come back once you're done. If you don't care, then you don't care. But I think they're pretty worth watching. So
Hmm.
let's get started with episode 33, Rinke, or Cooperation. So we ended off the last batch of episodes on a cliffhanger, which is unusual because usually with the schedule we've been on, the A and B kind of story beats have kind of ended on the week. But this one, Kuga dodges right as he's about to get run over by Bada, who stole the tri chaser from him.
Mm.
He dodges, and then as Bada's about to do another attack, the bike blows up. So he gets off the bike, gets on his own bike, and then just zooms off. He tells Kuuga he's going to be the last person that he kills for his game. Meanwhile, the police are trying to get upper management to release the new bike to Kuuga, but they don't want to be seen as helping him in case something happens and the city gets destroyed more. While they're doing that, Bada ends up, I believe, running down another cop in order to get his count to one off of his final tally, which brings that Kuuga is going to be his next kill. So while he's escaping, Kuuga tries to snipe Bada from the air, but since he's too slow, Bada just kind of moves around and he avoids the shots, and then he just zooms past, and Kuuga can't reach him. Meanwhile, Ichijo manages to convince the officers that came to confiscate the ignition switch for the new bike to leave the key with him, and he goes off and delivers the bike to Yusuke, who catches up to Bada, kind of catches up to him, dodges all of his moves really slick-like, and then he just zooms off and leaves Bada in the dust. And then he just sets up. He sees Bada coming from a mile away, and he's like, "Come on, bro. I've been waiting for a couple minutes." And then he just gets a powered up kick in his red gold version. It just knocks Bada off his bike with a big kick, and then he blows him up. Huge explosion, but they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so nothing's damaged. Ichijo ends up with the episode going to apologize, but his boss tells him that he had managed to convince the upper brass beforehand, so Ichijo hadn't defied orders by giving the bike to Yusuke. Yeah. After that, we'll go ahead and go into episode 34, which is Senritsu, or Tremble. So the master has been making master being the uncle at the restaurant Pole Pole, has made his new curry with kimpaku, which he calls sterling curry, which obviously everyone's like, but sterling is more like silver, not gold. Yeah. And then the uncle just does this look. He's like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So that was a weird one. So lately there have been a lot of deaths that the police can't figure out from one specific school in the area, but Ichijo is keeping Yusuke updated. But then Ichijo suddenly gets a lot of reports from deaths that happened in Nagano. So he calls up Sakurako and then has her travel to Nagano to kind of investigate some markings or see what she can get from the scene. Meanwhile, the police find an object in one of the kids that passed away and finds out all of the victims were visited by a strange individual. They pull out this long kind of needle, I guess, that's a weird shape. They figure out that Grongi will need one more body because one of the kids that was supposed to die actually ends up offing himself beforehand. So they figure out that, well, the Grongi usually need a specific number of kills for their games, and they have to follow specific rules. So if this guy didn't die like the Grongi had anticipated, then they're going to need an extra body. So they track down a transfer student that hadn't seen the ULF yet. The transfer student ends up escaping to Hakone with his parents to their vacation house. While they're there, the police track down that they're there and start heading there, as well as Yusuke. But the ULF, or the Grongi, ends up finding him in Hakone. And then as he's about to attack the kid, Yusuke shows up, saves the kid at the last second, and starts to attack him. And then that's the cutoff for that episode. And then we start episode number 35, Aizo, or emotion, right at that point. So Kuuga starts attacking at Jaraji, is the name of the Grongi. But he dodges the attacks from Kuuga, and then he kind of hides in the bushes and then starts sniping Kuuga with his little needles. Turns Kuuga into a porcupine with all of the needles, and then Kuga's just lying on the floor, kind of like on death's door. And then Jaraji is like, "Okay, man. Well, if you get in my way again, I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, dude. Yeah, just do it now. So anyway, that happens, and then the police come and kind of escort the kid into their protective custody. Meanwhile, Sakurako is learns that all of the people that died in Nagano had tattoos, so the police think they were Grongi, and that they had some infighting. So one of their kind is killing all of the others. Once she visits the site, she sees something like a symbol written in blood for the symbol of Kuuga, or warrior. I think it's not. I think it's just the symbol that Kuuga uses, but it's actually meaning warrior. More of the kids from the class are dying back in Tokyo, and that brings the total up to 90. So now there's only one more kid, and that Jiraji needs to find him today in order to set him up to die in 4 days in order to complete his game. So the police are protecting him. When he sneaks in, Kuuga catches him, knocks him out of the building, and then just goes to town on him, wailing on him, and then eventually jumps on the bike, runs into him, takes him kind of to the seaside, and then keeps wailing on him. Like he goes to, he's pissed off, and you can see him taking it out, and then he ends up just slashing him to death and then destroying him, having a huge explosion, which they're kind of in the middle of nowhere. But there's a lot of rage going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of emotion, if you will.
Yeah. Which leads us to episode number 36, which is Sakuso, or complication. So the police are still trying to figure out the relationship between B1, which is the Rose Lady, and ULF 0. They're wondering if the two are the same because they see Rose Lady in Nagano around the same time that I think all of these people get attacked, and they're thinking that maybe she's the ULF 0. Meanwhile, number 3 is in his fields, and we find out he has some sort of golden item, which looks a lot kind of like the item that B1, what's her name? Baruba? I forget if that's her name, but the Rose Lady uses to kind of unlock the Grongi whenever they're about to do their game. He uses it on himself. He kind of is in a lot of pain, and then he zones out. But then he pops back up. Well, I guess first we see that a new game has started, and do we see Zazaru, I think is her name, and she ends up jumping into taxis, and then once she gets to a destination, she melts the driver from the back. And we kind of don't see how it happens until number 3 gets powered up, comes looking for Baruba, attacks her, and then kind of takes her into a club where they start fighting. And then we learn out that Zazaru has like a claw that I think she uses her blood on, and her blood's like an acid. So she's probably stabbing the guys and melting them, because I think they say that once they recover the bodies, they're like 80% melted or something like that. So Yusuke had gone to the institute to help them do some research on the how he transforms and how the Grongi are transforming the objects on them to change their sizes. Meanwhile, Sakurako and Ichijo are still investigating in Nagano. But once the police notice number 3's flying signature, they start tracking him down. And then once they track number 3 down, they see him and Zazuru fighting in the club. So they kind of they trying to leave the premises because there's a lot of gas, and they figure that that's bad for them. Ichijo gets the call, and then he starts heading back to Tokyo. Meanwhile, Yusuke arrives. The police give him the lowdown. They all know who he is by now. So he heads in, and that's where we cut off for the week. So he's about to jump into the fight. So it's going to be a 3-way fight, and then that's where we cut off for the weekend on another cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 episodes of Kuuga for this week. What'd you think?
I thought, well, one, in reference to what you said in the beginning, as far as like it being weird that it's on a cliffhanger, we mentioned last episode that they had the one episode where they were just doing flashbacks, which was offsetting the episode, so that's why it's ending on cliffhangers now.
Yeah.
But I thought this week's episodes were pretty good. For one, I'll try to go in order. With the bike guy, I gave up on trying to know the names.
Bada.
Bada. With Bada, or Scarf guy. Ooh, the Bada. With him.
It's just one Bada. That's just me going.
Oh, Bada. Bada's pretty cool. But I don't know how he broke the bike, but he broke the bike. I don't know. I guess that didn't make sense to me. And
Well, I think the thing was the bike was like not holding up, and that's why they kept trying to get the new bike released, because the old bike just couldn't keep up speed wise, and then it was like hitting its limits. So that's why they wanted to get Yusuke the new bike, but they couldn't get it released.
Okay.
So I think it was just that he overused it, so it blew up.
That makes more sense. That does make sense. I will say that the Grongi now are definitely getting a lot closer to just like winning their games, like by being like one off.
Yeah.
From, like they just said, all right, we're not even going to talk about the lead up to it. Like they're here, they're getting it. I don't know how these cities have this many people, but hey.
Well, great. No, it's Tokyo. Yeah, it's got that many people.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Never mind then. Forget that. but this is like a whole new tier, and like they're not playing around. Honestly, they almost got Ichijo. I'm sorry. They almost got Yusuke a couple of times. To be completely honest, especially
even then, like both of them, because Bada too. Like Bada should have. Yusuke or Kuuga should count. I think before they said Kuuga counts as like 7 people or 5 people.
7? More than one.
Yeah, it was more than one people. So he should have just done Kuuga then and hit it. Or even then, you're one off. Just find one more person. Beat the game. What are you doing?
That's what I said. I was like, why are you going through all of this to try to get Kuuga when you could just do one more person and then maybe in your free time go try to find Kuuga? Like, or maybe after you get your power up or whatever happens when you win your game, go find Kuuga. Like, I'm just like, you guys are like backwards.
Ego, kids. Ego is always ego is what'll get you in the end.
One heck of a drug. But yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy too. I said, dude said, yeah, he's gonna be my last one. I was like, but why? I like, especially for him, because he was doing so good. Like, he did so good. He could have easily just found one person and been gone. Anyways, that was crazy. With Master and the soup, I don't know why he thought putting golden flakes in there to reflect Kuga's golden forms and then calling it Sterling was a good idea. That was interesting.
The Sterling thing was weird. Kinpaku gets used a lot for everything. I think no, I had some. I don't know what I did with it, but it's just golden flakes. You can put it in anything.
I was curious as to what that was. I don't think I see that too often, but
Golden Schlager. They have it here too. Golden Schlager?
Yeah.
Never seen it? It's a liquor with golden flakes in it.
Wait, it's what beer?
Jägerschlager? What is it?
You said it's lager with golden flakes.
Uh, Goldenschlager, I think is the name of it. Goldschlager. It's
Mm.
just like a liquor. Is it Goldschlager? Yeah, it's like a clear liquor, and then in the middle of the liquor, there's just golden flakes kind of suspended in it. So when you drink it, you just pour it in, and you have some of the golden flakes sometimes.
Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll try to find something with golden flakes or like that. Mm, yeah, maybe. But I thought that oof, my hand cramped. I thought that was kind of weird. The dude with the needles. Yeah, he could have just like offed Kuuga right then and there because he did really he turned them literally into like a like you said a porcupine or or like uh what's the dude's name? Pinhead from the movie Hellraiser. Yeah, he turned him into like one of those, like a little voodoo doll, and I'm just like, bro, like y'all been trying to get rid of Kuga this whole time. Why, like, oh, get in my way again and I'll take you out, bro? What the whole point? Like, what? I don't know. I thought that was weird, but yeah, afterwards when Yusuke was like going crazy, yeah, he went crazy. Like he started off in what red form, and then he like saw he was about to do his pin needle thing, switched to purple and said, "Not today, buddy," and then went crazy. Just walked up, started wailing on him again. I say Yusuke's feeling it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought this week's episodes were pretty cool.
The only thing I could think of for the Kuga thing was maybe with at this level, they have to follow those rules. So if they
Yeah.
don't, but even then, well, no, I guess Kuga would have been on a bike, which would have counted. So maybe Kuga doesn't count anymore. I can't remember if the first round that the games that the Grongi played, if they had to follow, they didn't have to follow specific rules, did they?
I mean, yeah, they did. They're all still following the same rules. I think they're just a higher level of grungy.
Maybe.
Yeah, cause like they still have a certain amount of kills they gotta get. They still have their own special way of going about it, and they all have a set amount of time with a set number of kills they gotta get.
Yeah, I guess so. Or they did it in specific ways. So
Yeah.
maybe. So yeah, all in all, uh, enjoyable. I think Kamen Rider seems to stretch out the episodes and the like. They don't cram them full of things. They kind of pace it a little bit slower, so you get a lot more drama in the meantime.
Hmm.
So they have action, but they also have a lot of drama in between those action pieces. Where Sentai just crams everything into 20 minutes, and they're like, "Yo, we got to get it done. Run, 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 run. Everything goes."
Yeah.
So I think it's like one feels like a show, the Sentai, and then the other one kind of
Yeah.
feels like movie paced like a movie.
Yeah.
Both
Which
enjoyable.
I'm not mad at.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. So yeah, but I don't have much to say about Kuga, to be honest, outside of just the sheer just ridiculousness of the grungy.
yeah.
Um,
Which I mean, you
well,
have to have
okay, I lied. I do. When oh crap, what's her name? The one translating. The one
Sakura Koko,
translating. Sakurako Koko. Yeah,
Sakurako.
Sakurako Koko. Her. When they're talking and they were talking about the Lento from the past, and they're like kind of like pacifists, so they wouldn't have the symbol for warrior in their like language or anything like that in their vernacular. Excuse me. So it's like, oh well, that symbol is grungy. So like the Kuga symbol is like actually grungy. Um, and so it's like, oh well, what does that mean? At first, I thought that meant like Kuga might actually be like a grungy and like just kind of like turned and now fights them. but I'm eager to see what that means um, for the future episodes. They were also kind of alluding that, well, maybe they didn't allude to it, but along with thinking that Rose Lady was ULF 0, UFL 0, ULF 0, um, I kind of thought that Kuuga might be ULF 0, and I was like, oh, that might be strange. But I could have sworn I heard them say something like alluding like maybe, but I would say that would be a twist. That would be a twist.
Well, I think they were more saying that ULF 0 is probably maybe the same as Kuga, because
Mm. Oh,
the character is the same. So maybe that character also means whatever ULF 0 is in
mm.
Grongi. And it's just
Oh
that
yeah,
Linto took that same character to mean Kuga.
yeah. That could be like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I think that's kind
Yeah,
of what they're headed for.
nice. Ooh,
So,
exciting.
my
Yeah.
big, well, we already went over a lot of things. I also wanted to say that the parachute that Kuga used to slow down the bike with his fight for Bado was hilarious. Uh, I like that. And then the hospital floor. Why is the hospital floor always water?
But yo, I like saw that and I said, why? I said, why is there water in the hospital? Like, what is this supposed to be?
I think that's been
Is that
bothering me for a while, but like this one was like, all right, I'm gonna say something this time. Like I let it fly a couple times, but now something's wrong, right? You shouldn't be doing
yeah?
that.
Like, why do we have water in the morgue? It's the morgue. Why do we have water? What? That doesn't seem sanitary. First of all, second of all, that doesn't seem economically the best thing to do. Like you're messing up your shoes every time you step in there. Like I saw Ichijo in there. He didn't have any type of water shoes on. Like his shoes are just submerged in water. I'm just like, bro, I know your feet are soggy. Come on, man. So yeah, nah, that was yeah.
So
Look, they're aura farming too. I feel like that was the pure aura farm moment right there. My man said, "Ooh, look at his brain,
yeah,
needle." I'm glad you brought that up because I definitely thought about that when I watched it and I forgot.
that's one that's
I
been
was
on
gonna say
the
something.
burner for a while, and I'm like, okay, I'm saying something this time. You're not gonna keep going.
Yeah,
You're not gonna keep getting away with this one.
yeah. Who do you think you are? Facts. So yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah. Got to get them out of
Yeah,
here. Also, uh, John,
yeah,
he still giving me weird vibes. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
He something's off with him. I don't know what it is. Something's off with him. And then last thing for me. UFL
ULF.
ULF 3, the Batman. Batman. That little golden thing he had, I didn't think that it looked like the little unlocking tool that Rose Lady used. I thought it looked more like the golden like coin inside of Kuga's belt.
Oh,
Like I thought it looked like a fragmented piece of that. Like maybe he just like found like a piece of like the golden power and like because he put it in like his like abdomen area too, like where the belt normally goes. And like
mm,
maybe it's like a power up type of thing like Sonic or Mario.
could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food for thought. Anyways, that's all I got.
Well, I think that's all we have for this week. Thank you for joining us. As always, uh, we look forward to seeing you next time.
Hmm.
Keep up if you can. If you, well, you should know where to watch all of these shows. But if you have forgotten, there's links in the description. Hit us up with any comments on anything you want to see in the future or
Hmm.
anything you like or dislike. As always, I am Super Jolly Mac, joined by Don the
I'm down.
Van, joined by Don the Van, and this has been Kyoudai Ai. We may not have much time, we may not have much money, but there's one thing we do have a lot of.
Jokes.
Water on the floor. For some odd
Water on the
reason.
floor.
For some odd
For
reason.
some odd reason, where is that coming from? You need
Catch you,
to
catch you
look.
next episode.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from?